And people, we're back for the knife round now. It's between Radical versus D5, day 12 of the ESL India Premiership, and brought to you by Nodwin Gaming. And let's see. I believe Excali is not, their fifth is not in the server, so it's going to be a 4v5 knife round. But after that, to be honest, D5 are such massive favorites in this game because I've been told that Radical's a team from Sri Lanka. So there's not much known about them, but good on them to try to compete, one of the few teams outside the country. And even though it's a 4v5, and even if D5 loses the knife round, honestly, they have the players to really compete on either side of the map. So let's see what happens. I mean, they're all taking their own sweet time right now on the knife. I think Hell's Scrim is what I'm going to be calling this guy. He's just kind of trying to bait them in, but D5s are going to go in together as a group, all four of them. There's not really any cool way to cast a knife round, It's probably just some people running out and slashing at each other. But it's a 2v1 now, Pexer by himself, and there we go. Radical, with the numbers advantage from the get-go, have won the knife round, and they're probably going to opt to choose City side. That's one of my personal pet peeves, especially in the lower tier teams, not only in India but across the board in Asia, is that often teams on a map that is considered city-sided opt to go with city side after winning the knife. And honestly, in my opinion, it's probably better to take the harder side first, push the momentum, get the rounds on the board. That then puts the pressure on the other team to make mistakes on their city side. Because let's be honest, city side, good city halves are all about the team that makes the least amount of mistakes. And teams are more prone to make more mistakes when there's a lot of pressure on them. Anyway, the simple, like D5 has a smoke, some flash, some nades, a decoy, all five going towards A. The setup by Radical is a retake setup, 2 on the city side, 2 at middle. It's actually not a poor setup. If they hit a couple of long-range USP headshots, they could definitely have an advantage for the retake. But let's see. The two guys in CT definitely have to hit their kill, get their shots. And they're getting smoked out. And there we go, Benjay with the opening kill on Fogged. He's jumping up. No, he shouldn't do that. He shouldn't do that. They have the numbers advantage. And the nade, basically, because he jumped up, he got damaged. And then the nade finished him off. And Pexer takes down... Oh, Busters is pushed in and got map control. But in the meantime, Defiance, now it's a 3v3. But the post-plant actually is really good from D5 right now. They're spread out. There's not much tradability. But they're all in 3 really good spots where the cities have to push really deep to take them out. One at mid, one at house, one all the way at lower A. This is going to be a hard retake for these people. Yeah, I mean, at this point, yeah, as Buster was, and the last guy remaining, he's going to get taken out as well. Very good post-plant hold there from D5. I think Radical had a slim chance there after they got the first kill, but Benjay kind of allowing himself to get damaged and then naded, evening out the numbers, and also the map control weakens, right? There are 2 guys CT. The map control weakens right there, so yeah. So second round now. Surprisingly, D5 only going with 2 SMGs and mostly rifles. I guess they believe that Radical are going to go full buy with 5.7s, but that's not the case here. They've not bought armor at all. Setup's completely different now. It's more of a defaulted setup than the first piss round. It has 1 guy lurking at T-spawn for the A push, which is a very common push on the second round, and 3 guys working slowly towards B. Radical, on the other hand, I like the fact that they're taking chances. They're not just playing a default setup. They've given up B completely. They're taking chances. They've stacked 4 guys A and 1 guy spotting mid and making his presence known. Unfortunately for them, it's the wrong gamble, but you have to take some of these things. Sometimes the luck doesn't go your way, as D5 has decided to hit B instead. And Nexor gets taken out by Buster, and now all 4 guys from Radical running on the fast rotate towards B, but at the meantime, one of the guys is already pushed in and got in kitchen control. At the same time, Skadoosh is completely cut off the connector rotate. Yeah, the map control was too heavy on the... Bianski gets 1 kill, but he's probably not going to be able to pick up the gun in return because, yeah, he gets chased down and hunted by Fogged. So 2-0 to D5. The money's still not that good on Radical. I mean, they can opt for maybe a couple of 5.7s, maybe a nade or a flash here and there, but... they might just go for a full eco actually, yeah. I think a couple of P250, yeah, a couple of 5.7s, 4 5.7s, okay. And Wuz decided to upgrade to a Galil after losing his SMG. And he's just rushing out, just fast rush onto A. Oh, this is gonna be a tricky situation. Yep, both the A guys just get picked off completely. One, there's still a lurker of D5 in underpass, and he's gonna come into connector and probably kill these two guys if they try to go in. They're just going for exits at this point. They're not even going inside the connector. They know that there's probably a guy marking him there. They're just gonna wait for exits here. 2v5. If they can get a kill and a gun, it might be helpful, but no, they actually instead end up feeding Fogged with that SMG. And he should be on the hunt anyway. He should be like chasing down for the last kill as well. And Buster just comes around the corner, even though Hellscream had the angle on him. Buster just takes his head off with the AK. Let's see what Radica is up their sleeves on the first gun round. I would like them to make some kind of aggress. I know they've just lost the first 3 rounds and they'll be like, let's just play our default. But no, I would actually like them to like triple push mid and try to get early map control, set the precedent on D5. Because if you let D5 just dominate you on the aim battles like they have been doing so far, they're gonna get confident. And when, as you say, when teams get confident, luck also starts going in their favor. You know, you want to like just kind of stop the momentum right then and there with an aggressive tactic. But instead, they're opting to play a 3-1-1 setup, I believe, or is that a 2-1-2? Oh, they've gone back to a 2-1-2 setup actually. 2 in B. 2 in B honestly is a bit of a gamble on the first gun round. It's actually a side that's easy to retake. But A and mid are not so much, so you should probably play heavy towards A or mid on the first gun round, if not aggressive. So let's see what's up there, Steve. I think they're just setting up for heavy A execute. There's all of them there. One guy hauls. This is gonna probably get pop flashed out. They're gonna completely smoke these guys out. And if you look at the setup from Radical, they have no city spawn control. So if the guy in the bomb side dies, which is Benjay, there's a very good chance that D5 can just push into city spawn and get that control. And at that point, post plant becomes very difficult. Let's see how good this plant side does. Oh, he spots, but he completely whiffs. Now the other guys are completely smoked off. Pexor did rotate from which is a good rotation on his end, rotating all the way to city spawn to get city spawn control, but not much right now. The bomb goes down very late, surprisingly. So, and Nexor through the smoke, or as the smoke was disappearing, I believe, takes out the C4 planter. Now the numbers advantage on Radical, but Nexor does not get the next kill. Buster comes out, trades all over the place, and Defiance, Skadoosh again playing the gate corner like a champ. And now it's a 1v1. He knows where the guy is. I'm pretty sure he knows. No, he doesn't have a kit though. He's just holding it. It's not going to happen. He's just going to get kicked out. Yep. And Fog just rushes in and one digs him in the face, and that makes it. But a decent effort by Radical. You know, they pushed them all the way. The only problem was Benjay, the guy in the site. He didn't get a kill on the execute. And to be very fair, when you have a guy in the site and all your other teammates have been completely smoked off, so there was 2 guys connected, 1 guy behind the city smoke. That doesn't mean they should be like helpless childs in the corner. They should still be throwing flashes. Even if your team flashes Benjay, it's fine because it's at least flashing and putting the T's onto chaos. Benjay's in a safe spot, right? So even if he's flashing, he can just crouch down and be okay. Meanwhile, a B rush coming in, and seems like it's gonna get the trade is gonna happen from Hellscream, but they know where he is. Oh, nasty shot by him with the 5-7. But he's marked. He's marked. If he goes to the right, there's an oppo there. On the left, the T's are waiting, and they're gonna just come out and whoa, he gets another kill. 3 kills with the 5-7, and Defiance also evens it out. Now just the last guy remaining. He's low as well. Buster. He's a star player, but let's see if he can win up this 1v2. He doesn't. Defiance and Hellscream completely wiping the team clear. Good shots by Hellscream, but honestly, D5 with the economy advantage they had. Look at this replay. The first kill was nice, but this second kill, I thought he was done for, but that second kill was insane on Skadoosh. And Skadoosh was a danger play from last round, so big ups on taking him out. But at the same time, why is D5, going for a B rush? Let me put the logic on this. I know it's a gun rush we're talking about this round, but honestly, you guys will learn more about if I can talk about what I want to talk about. So let me put the logic on this. They hit B once on the second round. There was nobody B, right? They took it comfortably. But they have no idea about the B setup of Radical. They have no idea how good the players are. When you know that you're getting success at A, success at mid, when you know that you have an economy advantage and the other team is equal, why do a silly thing like rush B? Save that for later on in the round when you have exploded a little bit with the lurker or with the default. Don't just go blind rush B when you have zero knowledge about what Radical's doing there, right? So that's a logical flaw on D5's end. Let's see. So it's again, they're going for the A execute. They're going back to their bread and butter, which has worked so far. But the smoke is slightly off. But look at this. Benjay, he's just sitting and connecting. What is he doing? He's got a flash and a smoke. What is he doing? Nothing. Next gets the opening kill. But he gets traded instantly by Skadoosh. And the C4 should be... The problem last time was that they took ages to get the C4 down. This time it's slightly faster. But Defiance from City Spawn again takes out the C4. Right, but just after it got planted. They're taking way too long to get the C4 plant, I feel like. Benjay takes out the house player who should not really been peeking after C4 was planted. And he's just the last one alive. At this point, I don't see him winning. But he brings it, Fog brings it down all the way to 1v1. Defiance, again, the key man for Radical. He's gotten the last kill twice now to put 2 rounds on the board. And this seems like it actually might be an interesting game, guys, because... even though Restructive 5 is winning on the T side, on the city side map, but I feel like quite a few of the rounds have been close, and it's not like Radical are completely getting out-aimed here. They can hang with D5 for the most part. I mean, Skadoosh and Buster are being a bit punishing, but they seem to be able to hang. And now the economy has reversed, but then again, never count the Tech 9 out. Now, they're hitting B with Tech 9s, and there is just one player playing B. Let's see. But the underpass guy is flanking, so he's actually notified them that there's one guy playing B. The fake didn't really pan out. Hellscream needs to get a few kills here. Oh, his teammate comes from behind and helps him out with the... And that flank from underpass by Bianski. Good move there on taking that risk by Bianski. I don't think it was planned per se, because if they had known... it's simple maths, right? You win 2 rounds after losing 4 rounds. And... if you keep an idea about how much damage you did to them on the first round, it came down to a 1v1, and your in-game leader should really be watching that. You know probably that D5 is on an eco or a semi-buy, like a Tech 9 buy. And at that point, you should never leave just one guy B by yourself, because a very common Tech 9 rush is a B rush. So I had my doubts about, for a second I thought Radical was probably going to get ecoed there, but good move by Bianski to flank them from underpass. Now it seems like they've gone back to a mid default. 3 guys mid, Lurker at B with the C4, Lurker at A lower. Defiance, who has been the man to watch actually here. And he has to get 2 kills, and he does. Brilliant hold at connector. Completely taking them out. And Benjay on Buster as well. This is turning out to be a pretty solid defense on the middle side. Let's see what's left. Like, Fogged is very low at 19 HP. Skadoosh is coming up to Fog, but honestly at this point, I know there's 1 minute on the clock. What they should try to do is work together to isolate a guy and get a kill, and then save is what I would suggest. Honestly, that's what I would suggest. Instead of trying to win this round, if you look at the economy, actually they might actually get the 4 round win bonus. Let me just double check that. They might get the 4 round win bonus, so they might be able to just... no, actually no, the economy is pretty weak. So yeah, so they should probably try to save these 2 guns, but they can't do it with 30 seconds on the clock. So what they should do is team up together, so there's trade potential, and get a kill on one of the isolated players, either at mid or at A, I would say. Let's see what they're trying to do. They are trying to stack this guy up. And they do get a kill, but now they're both low. But they're actually going for it. This is not the greatest of ideas. They're going to just give them free guns at this point. They're both so low, they're just going to walk into the trap. That is the A player, which is Benjay. Skadoosh does get the trade on him, but he's got 6 HP at this point. He's going to get the C4 planted. But he has to go completely nuts here if he has any hope of... oh my god, he might just run himself now. And Hellscream comes in from B side and takes him out. So in the end, they made it from a 2v4, they made it into a 2v2 and got the C4 planted, which is pretty decent damage on Radical. But not enough gun save for them to actually go for a full buy. They can go for a buy with Galils. But I don't know if they're going to risk that right now. Maybe, yeah, they are going to do it. 2 AKs, 3 Galils, something like that. Oh, okay. Not much utility. Woos probably should have bought a Galil with more utility, but let's see what they're going to plan on doing here. This is going for a fast A. No holds barred, just fast A completely. The counter flashes are coming in. Great counter flash from Benjay. He's going to probably take out one guy. No, he misses completely. And Defiance gets the opening kill on the C4. Now the C4 has been called out. So at this point, the B guys should be rotating. Benjay is still holding his ground. Gets another kill. Nexer, meanwhile, supporting his teammate from A. And wow, just Buster. Buster was not happy about that probably. Just jumping down, falling off the ladder and getting shot in the face. Never a pleasant sight for anybody. Skadoosh takes out one, but Nexa is just doing a good enough job being a thorn in the backside of Radical, of this D5 every time they execute on the A side. Like, he's not doing much. He's getting one kill around, but he's getting kills through smokes and like jumping up on boxes and stuff. So it's just enough to keep, like, all 4 kills have been, I think, a single op kill on A executes. Now the Eco Rush, Tech 9B, I guess. No, they're gonna do for a fake here. Tech 9B didn't work last time, so they just completely abandoned the idea, I guess. Bianski, again, I like how this guy takes risks on the... If he's actually reading the economy that well and he's taking risks, that's brilliant. Nexor gets the kill on underpass. They've just aggressed mid at the perfect opportunity. But now, they need to regroup and get back to spots where they don't give up the side easily. I know that the A guy is also pushed in, so he can probably close off the C4, but he needs to get back in time. He can't let them get a free plant here. Oh, Nexor missing an easy shot. But Bianski's there to clear it up. Oh, the C4 did get planted. And Skadoosh just takes out Benjay. Defiance comes in for series 1. He's been the top player to watch, honestly, for me. He's been the sharpest rifle in the server right now. And 2v4, but this one is a bomb. There's no cover. Fog's trying to get in, but he's not going to get much here. And Nexor takes him out as well. And an easy defuse. That's a very inexpensive round for Radical. It's the kind of round you need to pad up the economy going forward into the later parts of the half. The round loss bonus has kicked in full gear now after that half buy, so they can bring out the big green guns on Skadoosh, maybe even on Buster if they want to go double up to try something new. But they're gonna be sticking with 4 rifles and an AWP to counter Radical setup. Radical hasn't changed up their setup much, but they had shown some variance in the sense that the guys who are playing their individual spots are changing it up individually. But like, for example, here Benjay pushing up. Okay, he got picked off. Probably a bit of a too much of an aggression there. But hey, they're still trying stuff, and I respect that. You know, I respect them actually trying it up, changing stuff up. Now it's 4v5 and. Interesting move from Radical. They're not really committing to A after that kill after that opening kill. They're still saying like we'll play a retake on A, and they're hoping that D5 wants to fake A and hit B or mid or something. I think that's the gamble they're betting on, but it seems like it's the opposite. Because Nexor at the same time pushed B. He's basically the mistake here is Radical is not aware of what the other teammates are doing. If Nexor knows that his other teammates are not even committed to A, right now they're just playing around connector, he probably shouldn't be pushing B and pushing them, like, because he's got an op, he's going to scare them away, right, and funding them towards A. Because right now with the execute, it's going to be very, very hard, because both the guys are just playing towards connector. These guys need to get into the site, and look, one guy is sneaking into the site now. He needs to get right into the site. They can't get stuck inside connector. They need to run into the site right now. Defiance, the guy I was talking about, he's the only one making that move, and yes, he does that. He gets the kill, but he gets traded. Hellscrim, being a pussy, he stays back and doesn't help his teammate and get the trade. He should have pushed in with his teammate. Defiance had the right idea, but he gets the C4 lurking through the smoke. And Bianski from behind after pushing mid. Now they're in just complete chaos mode. And Bianski, just that flank from him, and he just gets a 3K. Completely wipes the floor with them. Bianski has a knack for pushing at the right times. He clearly does. Honestly, that round came down to the fact... Well, I'm not going to point out what DeFi did wrong, but that came down to the fact that Defiance pushed in through the execute, got that opening kill to put them into some bit of chaos, and got that information to feed to his teammates. Because Hellscrim getting the kill on the C4 planter, yeah, that was a bit of luck, honestly, because the smoke was not placed the best of ways, and the C4 was planted in the spot that he could take him out, right? But other than that, it was Defiance that made that play, which actually both of them probably should have done. Both Hellscrim and Defiance probably should have made that play to do that. So to give you an idea about, as a CT player, right, this is general Counter-Strike rules. As a CT player, when you're playing a spot, you can't say, oh, I'm good at B because I get 1 or 2 kills every time they hit me. No, that doesn't make you good at playing your spot. You're good at playing your spot when you also understand that if my A guy gets picked, what's the best move for me? If my mid guy gets pushed out of position, what's the best move for me? You know, if my teammate has to rotate out and I have no backup, what's the best move for me? It's not just about you tunnel vision at the spot, You need to have answers to the other questions as well, right? So that's what I was criticizing Nexor, because he didn't have the map awareness to realize that his teammates didn't have control of the site, and he pushed them towards A. Luckily for them, Defiance and Hellscream did come through in the end, in the process, luckily. But most times Nexor probably shouldn't have pushed that B side. He's probably fallen back to kitchen, so he's there for the quick rotate into A. Or just stayed and just two guys holding B, two guys holding connector, and taking a gamble that they're going to hit B, you know. So yeah, keep that in mind when you argue with your in-game leader the next time that, hey, I'm holding my spot, but you guys are the one dying in A, you know. That's not how Counter-Strike works. It's not that simple. So 7-4 for Radical, the surprise team from Sri Lanka, doing a pretty good job here. The economy has been built up like crazy as well, like almost 16k on Bianski, and above 10k on Hellscream. Defiance, I think he's died the most time, so he's low, but he's probably also dropping guns for his other teammates. So across the board, a pretty good play style coming in, performance coming in from Radical, and this D5 must be like scratching their head, saying that the thing that was working for them, the A execute, is not working anymore. So this is the point where whoever the in-game leader for D5 is, I'm not quite sure, maybe Skadoosh, maybe Buster, has to really be like, okay, so the things we practiced are not working, so now it's up to me to come up with stuff on the fly to counter Radical. So this is where the top-notch quality of a good in-game leader will shine through, if he has a good read on Radical setup. Because let's be honest, Radical setup is not extraordinary. It's from watching the game, I can tell you they're playing a 2-1-2. Sometimes they change it up to a 3-1-1 with focus towards A primarily, right? And on the rounds when they think D5 has a poor economy, they aggress. It's as simple as that. When they think D5 has a poor economy, they aggress, usually mid. So that's a pretty simple read so far. But again, then I see the whole game, right? So, but I think I would have still noticed that if it was in the game calling, I'm like, if it was IGL of D5, I probably would have noticed that, because I would not have done so many A executes. Honestly, I would have, but at this point, when I had the money, I would have probably done like an information gathering default, you know, which would be probably a 1-3-1. I think they tried doing it, but it was a very poorly executed 1-3-1 on mid. So yeah, get mid map control with some good smokes on window and connector. Get that map control and keep your lurkers active and passive. What I mean is keep your passive lurker at A, who's just waiting for the push, because A is a more likely site to be pushed by the CTs, and keep your active lurker on B, who's actually trying to make a play happen. He's trying to like scout it out, figure out what the B setup is, get that information, and if he gets that opening kill, great, yeah, because you know in B you can sometimes just get one kill and have the whole bomb site. So that's the kind of default I would probably play, and get the information, get that setup, get the idea of the setup, maybe do that 2 or 3 times, and then once you have the idea of that setup, you can go ahead and actually be in a position to make some creative on-the-fly calls. For example, even though the Big Daddy rifle player Defiance is playing connector right now, my best bet would still be, if you can, do a fast execute from underpass. I'm talking about eco round with Tech 9s onto connector, right? So you get 2 guys top of mid. Actually, no, you do this. 1 guy lower, 1 guy top of mid, 3 guys come underpass. The top of mid guy smokes out window, right, from T-spawn. He comes and flashes right in front of connector as 3 guys explode out of underpass into connector while throwing 1 flash towards cat, so that the cat guy can't shoot them in the back. And in the same time, the guy lower A is also flashing above connector from lower A. So basically, Defiance and Hellscream, who are basically playing a retake setup, right? So if you've noticed Radical stuff, they are playing retake. So they're very funneled and choked in towards jungle and connector. And if they're very funneled and choked in towards jungle and connector, you can exploit that with Tech 9, especially in your face. Tech 9 trains right in their face, you can exploit that. So I don't know if D5 has no, they probably don't have as good a read as me, because I'm a genius in-game leader, but that's what I would do, you know. And I think we're still waiting on the 5th to come back. So what we'll do is we'll go quickly to ads, and you guys can hear some more of my genius knowledge right after the break. ladies and gentlemen, we're back. It was a long pause. We're just waiting on Buster to fix his connectivity issues. Now he's back in the server. Round number 12, 7-4 to Radical. The surprise matchup. Nobody would have picked them before the game, but they've really shown up and are doing a really good job on playing a good retake setup on the A side. D5 now. They're setting up for... Okay, was with the op. They've changed it up and he's getting the opening kill. Does he know the Nexer is also there for the trade? Yep. I think they're aware. They've smoked him off. Numbers advantage going again to D5, but this happened in the second gun round as well. But then Radical were able to win it back. But this time their key players missing. The key players just got picked out. Defiance. He was the key on the previous 45 rounds. So let's see if the other guys step up to the mark and help them out. But as of right now, look like D5 have a lot of map control. They know where Nexer is. They've spotted him as well. Skadoosh is gonna walk in here and get that opening kill on him. He knows exactly where the guy is. Yep, and he gets that kill. That just completely kills any map control. Here they come flooding in through Connector. Get full map control of jungle, Connector. Benji by himself at city spawn's not going to do too much here. He's going to get rushed by Pexor as well. And there we go. Pexor gets the kill on him. Bianski gets a kill on Skadoosh. But Pexor comes and gets an instant trade now just on Hellscrum by himself. And he has... I mean, he's going to go for it because they have enough money. What is Was doing? Just let him leak in from that angle. An unnecessary kill, but still, if Hellscum can get another kill, it'd be awesome. But it's unlikely at this point. He's just surrounded. So 7-5. 5 rounds is still pretty decent for D5. They're still very much in this game, but they need to get this round again to really dent the economy of Radical. They need to get this round again, and they can't let the round go down to a 1v1 because at that point, even if Radical loses this round, the next round they'll still have an economy advantage. So let's see if Defiance with that push on the last round. I think he made a mistake there because he didn't read the economy of D5 properly. So far they've been pushing when the D5s were Nico, but this time they pushed when they were on full guns. I like the fact that D5 changed up and they're actually going for heavy mid control. But Nexor gets the opening kill, but he's stuck now. He's going to get traded instantly. Yep, he gets traded instantly by Pexor. Nice push in by Pexor, showing some initiative to make sure that it was not unnecessary, a wasted kill actually. But Bianski threw the smoke on Buster. Defiance, the key man, still alive. Waiting right outside Connector. He's just waiting and he's going to get the kill. No, he's completely missed. But he does manage to get a kill. He's going to get traded again. Pexor's going to get 2 kills here. He does. Pexor just completely wipes the A side clean. Bianski, he was playing short, but now he's coming in with his teammate. One from jungle, one from Connector. Vuz has the op, and he's got 2 flashes. Nice use of the flashes, slowing down the retake. Hellscrum with the Molotov. Is he gonna throw the Molotov where Pexor is? That's gonna be the key here. And yes, they do. They bring him out of the side. He's so low. He's gonna get picked out. He does. He just gets completely picked out. Now it's some Was post plant hold coming in. Bianski's going to stick the bomb and it's up to his teammate to cover him, but I don't think he's going to cover him. Oh, he's just going to stick to the bomb and defuse it, and Bruce doesn't peek out. He thought he was going for a ninja. Good call by Bianski. Nice play coming in particular by Nexor getting the opening kill, but I would say Pexor did a really good job almost turning it around. He kept going for the trades. I think he got 3 trades that round. So commendable effort by Pexor, but in the end, Radical turns the tide, and now D5. This is the round. If they don't lose, if they lose this round, they'll have nothing for the last round. So they have to convert this, or it's pretty much a 10-5 half unless they have a miraculous eco round in the last round. They have to win this round. Benji switching it up now. It's playing slightly aggressively. Does he spot the guy? No, he doesn't spot the guy. He's just playing right behind the smoke. This is gonna be risky, but I think Buster might spot him first. Oh, that was close. That was close. The information is there though. He knows at least 2 guys with lower A. And Bianski is still pushing up. He should probably clear it out. Oh, Benji's gonna get his kill. Yep, he does. And here we go. They've got apartments control now. This is gonna be brutal for D5 because if they execute now with apartments control in the hands of, or at least the presence of apartments control in the hands of Radical, it's going to be difficult. Bianski also clearing it out. But look at this. Bianski with the wrong read. He says it's not going A, they're going B. He ends up just going and killing the lurker, but in the meantime, the A executors happen and they've gotten the kills, but Nexer, again, being the pain in the ass that he is, comes in and gets the kill, but then he overpeaks, he overcommits, and now it's a 2v2, and Buster is just going ham mode, completely holding W and taking out Hellscream with a nasty shot. 2v1, Bianski on the flank. They don't know he's here. Actually, no, Buster has some awareness. He's actually looking behind. I guess they heard something. They heard something because they're both looking behind right at this point. And he gets taken out. Ooh, a round that should have definitely gone Radical's way got kind of messed up because of two things. One, after getting control of apartments, Benji kind of pussied out and fell away. He had really good control, and let's be honest, if he just pushed out and held angles, like if he held a good angle, it's very hard to get back into apartments as a terrorist. It would waste a lot of utility to even get back apartments control. So the fact that he gave it up instantly after getting that opening kill, probably not the best idea. And secondly, Bianski, after pushing mid and clearing out T-spawn, he made the wrong read. He went towards B. But you can't fault him for that, you know. If you see T-spawn clear, can't really fault him. But honestly, it's a problem communication there. Because if Benji, when he pushed and he spotted two guys lower A, right? So no, yeah, it was Benji, right? He pushed and he spotted two guys lower A. Then, you know, Bianski should have heard that. And based on that, why would he then think it's a B take? So yeah, miscommunication there. Benji's gonna die here. Paxer and Skadoosh get the open kills. Fog comes in from apartments as a lurker, and that's it. It's a 1v5, and it's going to be an 8-7 half. It's a very good half in the end for D5. So after coming back from the pause, I guess they did some thinking, some soul searching, and they decided that, hey, this A execute, just trying to force it is not working. The B rush is not working. Let's just play a mid default. We'll rely on our firepower to get the opening picks. You know, let them try to take aim battles with us. We'll get the opening picks, and then we'll work together and get map control and exploit A. And that's what they did. And they've done a good job with that. Ooh, nice to kill the health conditions they traded, and it's an 8-7 half. In the end, a half that should have been Radicals convincingly. I mean, 10-5, 11-4 would have been a very good score going into the second half, but D5 able to turn it around with a very nice comeback post-pause. And, well, this pistol round is going to be big, especially for Radical at this point, because like you said, it's a city-sided map, so it's going to be a big pistol round for Radical. They need this after basically giving away most of the game towards the second half of the first half, second part of the first half. So let's see what they do. They don't have much utility, a smoke flash blast, very similar to the D5 pistol. D5 on the other hand are going for a 2 mid 2 B. I guess they're assuming there's going to be a B hit and they're going to go for a retake on A. Yeah, it could still pan out. Was just needs to make sure he doesn't die and give them city spawn control. He needs to make sure that he at least gets one USP kill or something else. And there we go. The flash comes in. The smoke comes in. He jumps up. Ooh, he gets insta-dinked from the Glock. Nasty shot there. But at the same time, Benji, just why is he crossing across like that? Just giving Buster a free kill practically. Opening kill goes the way of D5. The woods is pretty damn low. The bomb still hasn't been planted. And Buster again. And Skadoosh, before the bomb's even down, and they're just wiping the floor with all the players. Nexter gets one, but he's going to get wiped out as well. That was a... So how do I criticize that? So basically, they got one smoke up for city spawn, and they did a decent job there, but there was no reason for them to then cross over. When you know you don't have smokes and flashes for connector and jungle, and you know that USPs have a native range advantage, you're not going to be able to block that guy all the way in shot. You're going to be able to block the guy all the way in jungle. So there's no point crossing across, you know, just play sandwich, just play lower A, just play upper A, just play bomb side, get the bomb down quickly and play that. Full eco now coming in from Defiance, just slowly creeping up towards B bomb side. Fogged has a nice nade here, but he's got no support really. He's got a UMP and no support. That nade does some decent damage on Bianski, but really nobody else. And he needs to get at least a multi-kill here. To be able to say something, but he actually spots and calls his teammate to come up and help, and that is going to be a complete slaughterfest. I don't see them getting anything here. Fog with 2 kills, going to get a third right here. Yep, he gets a third. Skadoosh comes in to cleans up, and the last guy is lurking in from middle, but I think Vuz has heard him. Yep, complete clean whitewash and not a single kill, and actually a lot of SMG kills in the process. So that's going to definitely help D5 pad the economy and go from there. They can't even go for an early buy here because, hey, they didn't get the bomb down on either of the rounds. So, point to note, guys, is that even if they were lost this round, if they had gotten the bomb down, they could have bought here. And that's why I was so heavily critical on the fact that they tried to cross over because it's not just about that round. It impacts the next 2-3 rounds for you guys. An early buy here would have allowed Radical to win, because seeing how D5 has gone for full SMG buy on the second round, on the third round you would have the gun advantage, the gun superiority, so to say, if you had gotten the bomb down in the first round or in the second round. So, for example, in this case, when they hit B, maybe just send the C4 A, and then in the second round when they hit B, maybe just send the C4 on A apartment and try to just do a casual fake plant, you know, something like that. Trust your teammates to get a kill, force a rotate, and then get the lurk into the A side and get a plant, you know. They fake B and then they're coming back towards A, but they're walking A apartments. To be honest, it's a very piss poor fake because nobody really fell for it. The 2 B guys are pushed up and already cleared it, and Woz is in a very, very nice spot to just make. This is gonna be miserable if they don't check the corner. Nice flash though by the dude, but yeah, Woz is right there, but he's not able to get a kill. Defiance turns around and gets him, and they are able to get the C4 plant, and Halscrim gets another kill on Pexer. 3v3, C4 in favor, and Benjay with such low HP is able to P250 Buster as well. But Defiance unnecessarily peeking out there. When you know you have the numbers advantage, the bomb is planted for you, and you are the best post-plant spot. You should not be doing that at all. And they're able to, in the end, Skadoosh and Fog, they're able to do a nice retake 2v3, but again, over-peeking from Defiance there in the apartments. Just stay back, man. Nothing's gonna happen, just stay back. You're in the best post-plant spot. Only go for the trade when your teammates are saying that they're hearing them run into the site. Your teammate in lower A, or your teammate who's flanking. Actually, by the way, there was a teammate flanking as well. He had pushed all the way to respawn, coming into jungle. He was flanking. Wait for him. He's your key man. If you stay alive long enough, he can actually get the flank on them. But yeah, Defiance is a bit too trigger happy, over peaked, and you know, honestly, a magnificent eco round win didn't happen just because of the one overpeak. They tried to aggress mid on the first gun round. Which is a nice tactic. I like that. I don't know if Nexor did Nexor and Buster not see each other? Yeah, Buster's on. Yeah, Buster pushes in, gets the kill. There's nobody else to support Nexor with the op. That's very bad default play on the first gun round, guys. You're not just leaving your op stranded without any trade possibility or support. You should not do that. Buster's gonna get a second. No, Bianski comes in and takes out Buster in the trade. But Pexer, he's like the trade master, man. Every time his teammate dies, he just rushes to make sure that he can get something in return. He's done that consistently in this game, and it's a skill that actually often goes unnoticed at this level of play. So I would say by far Pexer has been the best player. But meanwhile, Fog pushed all the way here. I don't think they'll expect him to be all the way over here. They're only setting up for the flashes over there, and he gets the kill on the C4. And at this point, is he gonna get a second? Almost. They're both really, really low. Yeah, this is another round going D5, and this is the key first gun round. And honestly, all because they went with a silly 2-1-2 default, where it's basically a pug style call. He's like, hey, what do you guys want to do? Nexor says, hey, I'm gonna go up mid. Okay, I'll go A, I'll go B. That's basically what it sounded like, that 2-1-2 setup. You don't just go leave your opera alone at middle. Especially if you have an opera alone at mid, he will have to play a lot more passive than Nexor did. Nexor pushed into the mid. If he held it slightly from T spawn or outside B apartments, I would understand, but not all the way from pushing in without any support, without any chance for trading. Yeah, that basically lost him the round, and a massive economy hit as well. Halscrim is going to be able to manage to save this gun, but again, they only killed one guy, one kill, which means that at this point D5 is going to start running away with the economy. Look, 10k plus on Fogged, and the money is, even though they have the round loss bonus kicking in, the money is still not the best on Radical. So this is the key round. If this also is not a round where Radical wins, or at least brings it down to a 1v1, then D5 is going to have money for days, and then you can start seeing the auto snipers come out, the double ops come out, which, as we all know, in Mirage, it's a very effective map to have heavy snipers on the city side. So it's a long range map, you know. Let's see, they're going for a straight up AX here, but Pexer pushed up close, but Nexor gets the first kill, and he's still got 20 HP, but he gets the opening kill at this point. Skadoosh with the flashbang. That was his only flashbang, and honestly he wasted that because he could have been using it right now when the execute's actually happening, but he's not. And Buzz gets the kill, but Benjay comes in for the trade. And now, it seems like a round that Radical can actually win. The Molotov was thrown so that the plant doesn't happen in an awkward spot. And that's actually a good idea because Kadoosh is going to actually be able to kill the C4 planter because the C4 CD smoke was poor. And Buster just again going ham mode with his 2 kills, and he's going to get the third. No, that's Fogged who clears it out. Radical got the A side control. They by the way, they had utility still. So 2 mistakes. Obviously CD smoke was really bad. If they had a good CD smoke, the C4 would have gone down. But other than that, they were waiting for the bomb to go down before throwing their smokes. And you don't really have to do that. You know, just throw your smokes, get the control, you know, push up a little bit. If you have the numbers advantage, you can throw a smoke and try to get close up to jungle and connector. But yeah, they didn't do that. Tech 9s, no armor, going towards B. 2 guys towards mid. I think they're going to go for a mid underpass take here. That's what it looks like. Something that I talked about that D5 should have done before the pause. Yeah, that's what it's setting up to be. But they don't have much flashes. They have like 1 flash on the mid guy. He's going to flash. And ooh, it's a very staggered take though. It's a very staggered take. They should all have been going in together. But now they're a bit late. And here come the flashes. This is going to be brutal. But no, Defiance does get the kill. Gonna get the other one. Yep, and it's a 2v2 trade now. 3v3 for D5, I would say, because they still have the full HP and the superiority here. But look at this. At this point, they're in such a good spot, Radical, that they can do so much. If I was them, I would just jump back out mid and go connector. Do not just... Oh, that's a very bad idea, Bianski. Why would you do that? And they, in the end, because they were so hesitant on what to do, they took too long, they got surrounded. But... props on them for doing this strategy though. It's a good tactic for Tech 9 takes. You know, get into the face of the heavy connector setup. You know you have 1 or 2 guys playing jungle connector. Get in their face with the Tech 9s and you will come out at least even, if not superior in numbers. So they came out even. The problem was they didn't have a second step to that tactic. I think the tactic ended there. No, you have to, on the fly, you got to call like, okay, it's 3v3. Let's just jump across back into middle. Go underpass to B or come back all the way to T-spawn to A, whatever you want to do. But don't get stuck there. It's a very narrow area to be stuck at. You can get surrounded very easily, which is what happened to them. 13-8 to D5. So remember guys, strat doesn't end when the first exchanges happen. The strat ends when you won the round. That means when you're coming up with a strat, you have to also come up with, is the map control there post-plant? Is the map control there after the first exchange? You have to think about all these things, not just up till the first exchange. 13-8 to D5. And they're going for, Radical's going for an A execute here. They have really good utility now. At this point, the round loss bonus is going to keep them fed for a while. So, especially the last round, them getting 2 kills helped a lot as well. So, let's see. Flashes are good. Hexo needs to throw a counter flash here. That's not the best counter flash though. He gets 2 though. They just run in. And triple kill from Pexer. He gets finally taken out by Defiant, but he's not able to get 2 kills. Nexo is also blind at this point. He doesn't even know where he is. He's lost. And Buster, in the meantime, gets out of the kills. 14-8. So it's very simple. There was no smoke at the house, right? And there's no need for Radical to push. The spot underneath balcony is a very dangerous spot for the CT because he's got so many nice pop flashes there to like just 1 flash will completely shut down your lower A take no matter what, and it's very hard to blind him actually. So you always need to Molotov that. And now they're just going for a rush. Oh, they're getting slaughtered, completely slaughtered. Oh no, not a single kill in the way of Pexor. Just going ham mode. Did he get 3 kills again? He's a beast on the A side. He really is. What I was saying was, you have to, if you're doing an A execute, you got to Molotov underneath balcony, preferably from the guy in apartments, so that you can push him out. Because as long as he's there, 1 flash is as good as stopping the execute. No matter how many great smokes and flashes you have, he throws 1 counter pop flash and you guys will stop it right there. You have to get him out of there. Burn him, get him out. Was now getting cocky on the last round. No, supposed to be the last round, but he pushes him, gets a free kill. And Bianski trying to get Buster with the P90 almost. Buster's now down to 15 HP, but now it's a 4v4. The health advantage, and remember guys, in CS, the numbers advantage, if it's even, if it's 4v4, 3v3, 2v2, it's always to the T's. So right now Radical has the advantage in this round. but they're very, very spread apart right now, and that might cost them. There's one guy lower A, one guy upper A, two guys towards mid. It's very spread out, not much chance for tradability. At this point, if they don't get an opening, another trade before the 50-second mark, they should probably be planning on grouping up and executing somewhere. That seems to be happening. They're leaving a lurker at mid. Oh, I think they spotted him. Nice kill from Nexo, and the other guy is low as well, so he should be able to get the other kill as well. Oh, he gets completely blind, but nobody knows where the other is. Oh, Buster gets killed. Buster gets 2 kills because of that flash. Amazing. Makes it a 2v2, and Fogged comes in and gets it. Now it's all the way down to Nexo to save Radical's skin in this game, to save them from getting eliminated. 15-8, 1v2, Skadoosh and Fogged versus Nexo. But he's not in the best spot. He gets the first kill, but does he know where the other guy is? Yes, he does, but he changes guns at the wrong time, and that's GG. Guys, Skadoosh is going to defuse the bomb and win the game. So 16-8 in the end. Radical not really showing up on the T side at all. So I get now why they chose to go on the city side first. So if you look at the IR, it's Buster at the top of the scoreboard, even though he had connection issues at 16, Skadoosh at 14.68, followed by Pexer at 12.05. But what I want to look at is how many trade kills did Pexer have more than anything else. Like, so if we go to the round impact, let's look at Pexer. He had 5 trade kills, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the highest across the board. Only Defiance. So the 2 players that I was really hyping up, Defiance on the city side and Pexer on the T side, basically. I mean, I can't trade and revenge the same. Trade is T side, revenge is city side, so I added them up. So yeah, Pexer had the most in total, followed by Defiance had the most with 6. So the 2 guys I was saying were the best players on either team, were the players who were playing Counter-Strike the right way. Well, at least they were showing characteristics of teamwork, because trading is not an easy skill. A lot of people in this game opt to save their own skin than taking a risk for the trade, and knowing how to trade, the timing of it, the grenades to use, the movement to use. So yeah, that's why I was pointing those guys out. Like, to me personally, I always am more impressed at this level with people who have the basics right, to get a revenge frag, to go for the trade, to understand map control, reading the opponent's economy, than the flashy top fraggers, you know, in this case, which was Buster. So anyway, guys, it was a pleasure casting for you. This is Ekutas signing out, and hopefully we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Good game.